Alright, so now that we basically have everything built and set up, we're going to go ahead and institute the Freedom Funnel with these apps from Shopify. Some of these cost money. It's mostly around like $2 to $5 a month, I think. But trust me, it's well worth it. Now, you won't be using all these apps right here. You're just going to be using some of them. Some of them I just downloaded and never took off. But I'm just going to go through on one steal at a time, and I'm going to show you how to apply them to your store. So first thing you're going to want to do is buy best currency converter, because you're going to be selling to a lot of different countries like the United Kingdom, maybe Australia, Canada, and not all of them use USD. If you're planning on just using the United States, you don't have to do this, but I would definitely recommend selling to these countries because there's tons of people that you're selling to that are very similar to the people you're selling to in whatever country you're targeting. So you're going to go ahead and you're going to click apps over here, and you're going to search best currency converter. So go ahead and download that, install that app. All right, and then you're going to come to this page. I totally recommend doing the Elite. It's $10 a month. What's super beneficial about the Elite version is that it automatically switches by the customer location. So when they come to your store, they're not going to see $19.99 or whatever, and then they're going to have to manually go to the bottom and switch it for them. It's just automatically going to be their currency. So super useful. So I'm going to go ahead and do this, and it's the first 30 days are free, so you can go ahead and just try it out and see if you like it. And that's basically it. All you gotta do is hit save, and then make sure it says enable app, enable auto switch. It should already be corrected, so really there's nothing you have to do from here. You just gotta save it and move on to the next app. So now we're gonna get something called consistent cart. If you did the $79 a month plan, I don't believe you have to do this, but most of you probably did the $30 a month plan, so I'm gonna go ahead and show you what to do in that case. So just search consistent cart. It's going to be messenger marketing and abandoned cart recovery. You're going to go ahead and get this, install it. Like it says right here, it says that there's 7 days remaining in your free trial. That's what I like about a lot of these apps. They give you time to actually test it before purchasing anything. So what consistent cart does is it reminds the customer who comes to your site and leaves without buying that their deal is still available. And what we use consistent cart for, we apply that with an app called Hurify. And Hurify is that little timer you saw in my original site that shows how long the deal has left. And with Hurify, you can apply that to the cookies so that each user has a unique experience. That seems like their deal is only going to last, say, a day and 13 hours. Well, then you come to Consistent Cart and you run the email series for 3 emails within that day and 13 hours. You see, so it appears to everybody who's coming to you that this deal is actually ending and that this is the last time they're going to get it before the next deal comes. So very important. Alright, so go ahead and click email series and click abandon email 1. And you're going to go ahead and click enable. So the next thing you're going to do is put your email address here, whatever your business email is that you want the emails coming from. And then you're going to say for the first one, 2 hours. Click save changes. And then you can change the email subject to whatever. I like to leave you left something behind. You left, I'm going to say, you left your steal in your cart. I'm going to say deal is ending soon. And then right there, we're going to go ahead and save those changes. And then we're going to move on to the next email sequence. So keep track of what your timing is. So I'm doing 2 hours for the first one. And then let's say 10 hours for the next one. Same thing, enable, change to the email. And then I'm actually going to make this 12 hours. And I'm going to say your cart. And I'm going to say deal expires in 24 hours. And you see from their perspective, it actually does end in 24 hours. My countdown timer is going to be similar to this. So I'm going to do a day and 12 hours. And at 12 hours, it's going to send this email that says there's only 24 hours left. So you see what I'm doing here. And then go ahead and tweak these words to your liking. Get it before it's gone. All right. Save changes again. We're going to go back. And finally, the third email. So enable that again. Change the email. And then this one. And then this one should be close to whenever your timer is ending. So if I'm doing an hour and 12, if I'm doing a day and 12 hours, I'm going to make this 34 hours because that way they're going to get this email when there's only 2 hours left in the countdown on their cookie. I'm going to say something like, there's only 2 hours left before this deal expires. Claim now. All right, and then again, you just hit save changes, and then your email sequence is complete. Go ahead and go back. And then I personally wouldn't even mess with push notifications. Almost nobody ever accepts those, and they're kind of worthless. Messenger marketing, it used to be good until recently when they changed everything and they don't allow you to send it directly to email. They tweaked a lot of it to keep people's privacy in order. And then right here, this can be a very helpful plugin right here. I personally don't use this anymore just because, in the Freedom Funnel, I'm trying to limit how many distractions there are from the add to cart. But what this does is it has a pop-up that shows up and it says something like, to continue checking out, please enter in your email address, or like for a speedy checkout, enter your email address. And that way you can capture all these emails without someone going through and filling out all their information on your checkout page. It has its pros and cons because a lot of people will come to your site and then they won't recognize it, and then it's going to seem weird to them that you're asking for their email so early. That's why I don't use it, but I did use it for a little bit. You guys can do really whatever you want. Whatever you think is best, it's just your preference. I just personally don't use it because I don't like that distraction. I'm trying to just make it very, very quick. So fill in that if you'd like, and then hit save. And now we're going to go into the next app. So this next app is very important. This is the one called Hilse that I was mentioning earlier. You're just going to type in Hilse. Get that. And the free trial on this is only 2 days, which is unfortunate. But it's only $7 a month. And probably the most useful app in all of Shopify by far. And then once it loads, you're going to come to a page like this. Now, they actually just switched this entire template, unfortunately, a couple weeks ago. And there's an issue that we can easily overcome it. It's just stupid how they would have taken one of the features out. But anyway, go ahead and click campaigns and click new campaign. And then you're going to name this whatever your product name is. So I'm going to say ball finding. And then right here in campaign type, you're going to click sold number. Then sold number, you can really say whatever you want. You can probably start it off with maybe like something believable. So I'm going to say like 107 claimed. You can do that, or you can just go back and keep the sold number in the quotations, or whatever you call them, the brackets. And you can amp this up to show a random number that's also realistic between maybe 103 and 176. So something like that. And then you scroll down, you change your progress bar to whatever you want. See, every time you change this, it changes it over here so you can see what it looked like. We're going to keep countdown amount. And then right here, you're going to plug in the numbers so it's sequenced with your other app consistent cart. So I did a day in 12 hours. So I'm going to do a day, 12 hours, and then maybe 32 minutes and 12 seconds, just so it looks realer. And then right here, you can choose between ending the campaign and run the campaign all over again once their timer ends on their cookies. I just like to run the campaign all over again because just in case they do come back at a later date, it still shows the countdown. But really, you can do whatever you want. There's two schools of thought there. And then right here, this campaign will run on specific products. Go ahead and select that product. And then you can change these however you want. You can change the colors. Just whatever your preference is. Okay, and then next you're going to scroll up and click Advanced Settings, and you're going to check Loyal Customers. This will ensure that it shows each countdown specifically to each user. So hit save. So now that we've done all that, we're going to have to do something a little weird. Unfortunately, Hilse up until 2 weeks ago allowed you to put this timer on your main page. It had a feature. All you did was click and it showed up on your main homepage, and that's what we're doing. But when they updated, they took that out completely. Very annoying. But luckily, there's a way to get around that. You're going to go to Help Me, Contact Us, and then you're going to go to this woman right here, or whoever you're talking with, and you're going to say, hello, I would like to put my countdown timer on my homepage product. And then say something like, I know this feature was available a few weeks ago, but now it is no longer available, and would like someone to implement the timer for me so that it does show up below my homepage product. Alright, and then you send that message, and then they'll get back to you soon. Just come back to this app and go to the help me contact us, and you're going to talk to someone named Raheen, and he made this app. He's going to have you give him access to your themes and products, and then he's going to go in and code it for you. So it's unfortunately, it takes a little bit, maybe like less than a day around there. But the quicker you respond to his messages, the better. See, you can already see someone responding right now. He's going to do that for you, so don't worry about that. It'll be taken care of. All right, so the final app you're going to do while you're waiting for the Verify thing to clear is you're going to go back and visit the App Store, and you're going to get something called Sales Pop by Beaconing. This is completely free. You will never have to pay for this, which is awesome. So that's all you have to do. Now, what this does is whenever you get a sale, this little bar, you've probably seen this on some websites, this little box will pop up and it'll say like someone in New York just bought your product or whatnot. But you actually have to have that data first for it to show. So it might show your test order. Sometimes it does. But if not, once you start getting orders, it'll start popping up with these little pop-ups. And that's great for proving to people that you're a real website that people actually order from. So yeah, there's nothing you have to do here. It's all automatic. It's all implemented. So now that we've downloaded all of our apps, we're going to go back to the Verify. They already responded to me over here. And it tells you what you have to do to get that timer on your homepage. So at first, this seems very confusing. And I totally understand if you're confused. So anyway, what you're going to say is, where do I put the script? I'm not familiar with coding at all. And they'll offer to help. So that's when you're going to take this email they give you right here, and you're going to add them as a staff member. And it says that you have to give them access to apps, products, and themes. So you're going to go ahead and copy that, and you're going to go to settings down here. You're going to click account, and then you're going to scroll down, and it says add staff account. Put their email, and then put their name. Khalidi. Then uncheck this, and they said they needed themes, apps, and products. And then once you do that, you're just going to click send invite, and then you're going to go back to that conversation and let them know, I have sent you an invite. And then just like that, they're going to do it for you in a few hours, or maybe even a few minutes, depending on how busy they are. They're going to install that code so that your timer shows up right below your product. Double check it on your website just to make sure. And then that is it. Now you have the Freedom Funnel completely intact. You have people coming into your website to see this timer, and this timer is related to their cookies. And that timer is running in sequence with your consistent cart that is going off the time that you put in the timer to make the customer come into your site believe that they have to buy it. You're really trying to get them to buy before time runs out. Sorry about that. I just realized my face wasn't in the bottom for that last part. But thank you very much for watching. Congratulations on completing the Freedom Funnel. And now it's time to start marketing that product and getting you sales. Get excited.